It's been like well, only 3 months. I was gonna say a year. It hasn't actually
One
been
man
that
is
long.
50.
And for the people who are watching this, it'll only be like a week because the last one
The
will have been
Forest of
like 3
Seasons
months
is
because
amazing.
I'm the worst at memory.
I know. I think it's the forest's fault. I'm always hungry.
And we're starting
Wait,
with a
what would
completely
forest have to
out-of-date
do with your
recap.
appetite?
The forest is sectioned off into the 4 seasons, right? That means
I think what we've
I
done
vaguely-
is just time is fake.
I vaguely remember this forest from a few years ago.
A forest, huh?
Oh, I'm getting
Let's go and have a look.
about it.
I'm getting hungry just hearing about it.
I like him Tita's laughing over there with no audio.
Yes.
Yes.
Now is not the time for this.
You're right.
I'm forgetting
Okay.
about the girl's strip-head pants. I don't remember the girl's name. Prim?
Yes.
No, she's Lorantis.
Yes, I think we have made that connection before, the Lorantis pants.
Yeah.
So, I definitely have no recollection of what was going on in the game, but I probably barely knew to begin with, so that's nothing new.
We are going to the place where I previously got
Temple of Mana.
smoked by chicken wings.
Right?
What?
Temple of Mana, right? Well, the Mana
No, we're
Fortress?
not-
That's Mana Fortress.
No, we finished that. We're going to the Pure Land now.
Okay. I have no memory of this, I'm sorry.
I mean, you remembered the last thing that we finished. Like, you're good.
I do
It's
remember
fine.
the chicken foot.
Yes.
I saw that you were level 91. How much grinding was done?
So much.
Do you know what level you were before that?
I don't remember. If you watch the previous video, you'll know. Oh yeah, I guess I could show that off. I leveled up all of the weapons to where they could be, and realized halfway through doing that I won't even be able to, like, show the completed, like, screen of that on screen because there's not gonna be any real good stopping point in the last dungeon, and all of the last, like, weapon upgrade orbs are just random enemy drops from enemies in the last dungeon. So, like, it was all for naught, but, you know, completionism, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess,
But the grinding did help, and I'm no longer getting smoked by chicken feet.
Well, I can say that from 2 parts ago, main kid's HP has more than doubled. Same with friends.
Lord. I was gonna say, I don't even remember if I had the classes at the time that we recorded this, but I did.
Yeah, you did.
I definitely didn't have my job yet, though.
No.
It's not interesting, I'm not talking about it here, but yeah. The passage of time exists.
Oh my god,
Except for
there's so
me,
many
because I'm in
chicken
basically
feet.
exactly the same situation I was in then.
A lot of shit has happened for me.
Yeah, I received you know, some sort of message from you. At this point, it's been probably like a month, basically saying, you're just like, oh yeah, I had the worst day of my life, I'll talk about it later. And it has, I guess now it's finally later. I'm curious to hear about this.
Okay, it was, so I was at work, and, like, I was dealing with a lot of really stressful incidents. Like, 2 people got in a fist fight in the lobby. It was like a whole thing.
Wait, what the fuck?
What?
Okay, real quick interruption. Did the strike happen after we stopped recording this?
Yes.
I think so.
And did this day happen after the strike ended?
Okay, so the strike is weird because we only did single day strikes, and it was only twice. So we striked on, I hate striked, like, it is correct grammatically. But I always want to say struck.
Say went on strike, right?
Yeah. So we did that on a Tuesday, and then like that was fine. I went to that one, and oh my god, how am I dying already? And then
God, even with all the grinding.
yeah, and then it was only like a single day strike. We resumed regular operations the next day, and so good, hey.
And the reason for the strike is just because of insane, like, patrons making the place dangerous and nobody, like, taking care of this, right?
Yeah, so our like, what we wanted was, we wanted a pay increase that matched, what literally every other worker in the city gets. So, you know, fuck you that we didn't already have that. And then we wanted some additional, like, safety things that we had talked about. Like, primarily we wanted extra employees so that nobody was ever working alone on the desk. We did not get that. We did get the pay increase, but the thing that we signed, there's still some issues with this regarding safety. But, like, honestly, the safety issues are also just like a generic, the city needs to do better and we need more support for these people. Like, there's a lot of bullshit. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so the strike happened one day, resumed regular operations, and then the next Tuesday we did another strike. I did not go to that one because I was not scheduled to work regularly and there was a fucking blizzard, so I said, no, I am staying home.
God.
I do not want to be outside in 4 hours in a blizzard. That does not sound like my idea of a fun time. So... Yeah, and then they were like, okay, we're not gonna strike the next week because they had another negotiation meeting on the Wednesday, and they didn't want to strike out of good faith or whatever, so we didn't do that. We just did like some social media support campaign stuff, and that went on for 2 weeks because then we all had to vote on the thing, and I think the vote was like 60% said yes, 40% said no, so it was like a pretty close split. But now we are not striking anymore, so that's good. I hated it. It was the worst and I only did it once. But yeah, like, even though we didn't really get specifically what we wanted, they basically were like, yeah, sign this or else we're gonna lock you out and
defeat the dragon
until
in the
you
forest.
do. It's like, this is all you're gonna get.
Proceed.
What do you mean the dragon in the forest to the left?
Okay.
So yeah, work was stressy for a little bit. And I felt particularly cheated because, like, I had just recently been doing a lot of extra work for it, and, like, I was working 6 days a week. Oh, is this the dragon in the forest to the left?
It's a lot more imposing and detailed than I was expecting.
Me too.
Considering our other dragon reference has been fucking anime boy hair dragon.
So the incident that I had that was the worst day of my life happened the Friday after the first strike and before the second strike. So that's where the timeline is.
Okay.
So things had been, like, already stressy. I'm kind of, like, generally in a pissy mood at work because, like, it's the atmosphere in the main branch where all the managers work and, like, administrative people work while you're in the middle of a strike is a very uncomfy. It was weird. It was, yeah. So yeah, it starts with these two people are, like, having a fist fight, and I'm like, I'm currently dealing with this elderly woman who was talking with one of our, like, outreach workers about... she's trying to, like, contact her sister or something to get a ride home, and the outreach worker told her to, like, wait in a chair near the office, and she had been gone for, like, a while, so this old lady comes up to the front desk where I am, and she's like, I want to go on the computer, and I'm like,
Did she want to watch the video of the man?
She wanted me to put on music for her. So I'm like, oh, well, Michelle told you to just wait right there. She's gonna be back, like, pretty soon. And she's like, but I don't want to. I want to go sit on the computer. And this woman reeks of alcohol. Like, she is blitzed. And then she starts asking about headphones. She pays for headphones. I give her headphones. Decide that it's easier to just tell Michelle that, hey, we moved her over to the computer than try to get the drunk lady to, like, stay, essentially. So we go to the computer, I put on music, I go to the outreach worker, and I'm like, hey, Rose says she's waiting for you, and she's like, oh yeah, I couldn't get a hold of her sister, and I'm like, what, so you've just been, like, sitting here and not actually, like, going to tell her that? Like, how, what? Like, I came into the room and she was just, like, on her computer, and I'm like, okay, I guess. Great, like, follow-up. Anyway, not trying to shit on our outreach worker, but, like, they kind of suck sometimes. And so I go over to the side where the computers are, and, like, at this point it's about 5 p.m. and my coworker slash work bestie slash work mom is on the phone with an ambulance for this woman, and I'm like, oh, good, I'm glad that this situation has escalated in the, like, 10 minutes that I've been gone.
Right.
Hello,
Why
bird.
is the ambulance needed?
We're getting to that.
Okay.
So I'm like, what like, okay. Sorry. I'm trying to organize events in my brain. So she's on the phone, I go over and tell the patron that, like, we couldn't get a hold of this sister, and she's like, it's okay, she's calling the ambulance for me, and I'm like, oh, okay, like, what's wrong? And she's like, my son just died, and she starts wailing, and I'm like, okay, I see how this is gonna go. And so she starts crying and basically starts spouting all of her suicidal ideations that she's been having on me, an untrained professional, and it's very mentally taxing. It was a lot of really, really depressing, dark things that I will not repeat. But yeah. And so then I go over and I check with my coworker, and I'm like, oh shit.
Oh my god. Everything.
Sorry, that's my 6 p.m. Pokemon Go alarm. Every Tuesday there's a Pokemon Spotlight Hour. I don't know what it is this Tuesday because I don't really pay attention to them, but
I'll look it up.
Still have the alarm for when I played it, like, religiously. Yeah, so I go talk to my coworker, and she's like, I don't know, she started saying that she was feeling really faint and whatever, and I'm like, yeah, so she is probably on a bender right now, and, like, doing a bunch of alcohol and trying not to feel things, and, like, who knows what else she's taken. However, unfortunately, this woman does this a lot, so the ambulance know her and know that, like, it happens a lot. And so she's very, very low priority.
I have a question here, because I don't know what it's like in Canada. In the US, ambulances cost, like, fucking thousands of dollars.
We have free healthcare.
Okay.
And also, if we, as the establishment, call an ambulance for somebody, like, the library would pay for it. Because sometimes there is a charge depending on, like, insurance. But, yeah, we would pay for it. We have fees for that. What was I doing? Oh, yeah, I was trying to check its... I know I already did this, but I wasn't actually paying attention. So yeah, so at this point we're just kind of like keeping an eye on her, and oh, it's not dying. That's easy. And making sure she doesn't like pass out because she keeps saying that she feels really faint and she is going to die in the library, and keeps asking what happens if I die here, and I'm like, you're not gonna die. I don't know what else to tell you.
Okay, but what would happen if she died, though?
I don't know, like, I call the police and be like, there's a corpse. But that's not very comforting for the old lady.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's happening, and at some point she starts telling me that she really needs to throw up, so I bring her, like, a trash bin, and she starts, like, dry heaving, and then we have to lay her down in the recovery position, because we've called the ambulance again, and they're just like, oh yeah, we've sent somebody, they'll get there ASAP, and we're like, okay, we close in half an hour, how ASAP is ASAP, and they're like, we'll try and get there before we close. Spoiler alert, they don't.
Oh my god.
And like,
so is the dry heaving and stuff happening just kind of like, you know, out in the public area where other people are, or is she in like some back room somewhere?
Nope, she's just at the public computers.
Okay.
Because if we, there was one time where we took somebody through like the back employee area to like a private room because they were like, they had a nosebleed and we were like trying to help them, and we got in so much shit for bringing somebody through like the employee area. We're like, oh, okay. So yeah, yeah, so she has like a blanket in her bag, so we lay out the blanket on the hard fucking linoleum floor so that she has somewhere to lay that's not just like on the floor. I just sat on the floor. I'm trying to fight dragons and and tell. Why is this fucking Noiver? So yeah, and so Jen originally called the ambulance at like 4:45, so it's been about 45 minutes waiting on the ambulance. About 5:45, we call she calls the manager on call so that we can make a plan for what to do when we close, and the ambulance inevitably isn't here yet. And the manager on call does not answer. So we give her like 10 minutes, and then I hit... This is where I got in shit. I went to her manager on call email that announced that she was the manager on call, and I hit reply all so that everybody in the entire system knew that she did not answer her phone. And I sent an email that said, hey, we tried to call you, didn't pick up. There's a situation happening downtown, and like we need to make a plan for what happens like when we don't have a plan, basically. Like, you know, like, I think I ended the email with something like, please let me know because I don't want to leave an unconscious person alone in the cold, because it was like minus 30 degrees or something outside. Like, it was a very cold night, and when we called the non-emergency police to be like, hey, what do we do, after we had called the manager on call and didn't get an answer, they said, well, here's the number for the non-emergency ambulance. The only thing we could do is take her out of the building. And we're like, great, that's a shitty option. So that's what kind of inspired that urgency in that text. And so she eventually shows up just like unannounced about a minute after the ambulance gets there, which got there 15 minutes after we closed. So like not horribly long, but like it had been an hour and a half waiting on the ambulance.
You also, you know, at any minute, you didn't know when it was gonna come, right? Like,
Yeah.
they said, we'll try to be there by close. It's approaching close. It gets to close. They're not there. It's been 5 minutes. They're not there. It's been 10 minutes. You don't know. Maybe they'll be an hour. The fact that they came, you know, I haven't been in a situation exactly like that, but, you know, the uncertainty has got to be.
Yeah, it's...
I can imagine.
Well, and especially when the person who is on the floor is like, when are they coming? And I'm just like, I don't have an answer for you because they don't have an answer for me. So it's very frustrating. And then the fucking manager on call gets there and like she walks up behind me while I'm like trying to keep an eye on the woman who's like on the floor, who's like at this point asleep, I think. Like I could hear her snoring, but and she comes up behind me while I'm writing up the incident and she just like says my name really loudly and then goes, I was in the car so I didn't have my phone, and I'm like, okay, like thanks for the excuse, can we deal with the unconscious person please? Like, I'm not fucking here to talk about why you weren't answering your phone.
Yeah.
You're here to deal with this situation. And like, there was no, are you okay? There was no, like, she didn't even ask what happened. I had to explain, like, I had to initiate the, like, this is what's going on. Like, all she wanted to do is, like, give me her excuses. And I'm like, I'm not really interested in that. And like, I was a little pissy, and like, rightfully so, in my opinion. And like 2 days later, my boss asked to see me, and he's like, you're not in trouble, but like, I do need to have a conversation with you about like professionalism, and like, I'll bring it up in the meeting so you don't feel alone. And I'm like, for fuck's sake, like, talking to me about professionalism when you're the one who didn't answer your phone when there is an emergency happening. And this isn't it. Like, I was told by people that she did the same goddamn thing the next Sunday when they called her. And she was like, oh, I didn't have my phone on me. I was in the grocery store. I'm like, bitch, we're open 4.5 hours on Sunday. Do your grocery shopping in the morning. Like...
This is the other thing. It's like, so I don't know exactly.
They're supposed to be on call, right?
But yeah, if they're on call, that means you have to be available at any moment they will call you. A lower-ranking employee would not get away with being in an on-call kind of, you know, shift or whatever you call it. Like, if it was your turn to be on call for something and you were late for something, you'd get shit for it. Yeah. Like, because that's the whole point of being on call, is like you need to be fucking ready.
Yeah.
So
that was my thought, and that was what everybody else thought. When I got to work on Monday, there was like a group of people that were like talking about it because it was a Friday afternoon, so none of the weekend people really like saw, or like none of the regular staff saw it until Monday morning. And I got like a big ol' like, I came into work and they're just like, you were so brave. And I'm like, oh. I didn't realize this was bravery. I was just pissed off.
Were you brave for, you know, standing up for yourself, or?
Essentially, yeah. What are you weak to?
I mean, good on you though.
Yeah. I don't know. It pissed me off because, like, do your fucking job. Like, this is what I mean. Like, it doesn't, we're not safe. If our support systems that the library sets up for us don't even, like, respond to the situations that are happening, how are we as staff supposed to feel like we can trust our management team?
This is the thing, is like, I'm very anxious about responsibility, so I wouldn't, so I'm hesitant to put myself in a position where I have any responsibility. I can't imagine being like, oh yeah, I'll be on call, and then just going to the grocery store, and then something happened, and I wasn't around, and then I would be like, well, actually, you weren't very professional to me. Like, Jesus Christ.
Right?
If you're gonna take the responsibility, actually take the responsibility. If you can't handle it, don't fucking have a job that requires that kind of, like, you know, impact on people. You know, I couldn't be a doctor or like a, you know, somebody who works with people and who, you know, people's fates are in my hands, something like that. I feel like I couldn't handle the stress of that.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't put myself in that position.
Yeah, so like we had a manager meeting, or why do I keep saying manager meeting? It's just a meeting with the managers, with like all the staff and whatever. And one of the talking points on the meeting was professional communication. And it was about how you need to like take a second to like make sure that your email tones aren't like communicating a sense of like like accusing people. And I'm like, I fucking was accusing people.
When there's a fucking emergency, sometimes you need to be like, get your shit together.
Right?
You asked for it.
So yeah, that was my story of the day from hell.
So going back like 20 minutes, you mentioned a fist fight. Was that involved?
That was just like an additional stressor.
It was just a simultaneous event.
Yeah, it was happening in between the like me talking to the lady at the front desk and getting her the headphones, and I sent her over to the computer area, and then there was a fist fight in the lobby that I had to deal with, where like so this I didn't hear it until the guy went to like, he was like an older man, and he like opened the door and this woman like shoved him and just went, die old man. And then he just like came back at her and chased her outside, and then like got on top of her and like started choking her while she was screaming.
What the fuck?
And all I could do was like call the police and write an incident report, and then I immediately went over to the other side, and there was a drunk lady who needed an ambulance, and I'm like, oh, this is a good day. It was in fact not a good day. And then my mom called me while I was on the way home, and I was like fucking crying, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna bring you some like Wendy's.
Did it help?
It did. Because one of the things I was crying over was because I didn't want to have to also then go home and cook food because I was hungry, but I didn't have anything to eat that like wasn't something that I had to cook.
Mm-hmm. So for what it's worth, the spotlight hour today was Slugma and Bergmite.
Slugma and Bergmite?
That's what it says.
Yeah.
Is it not normally two things?
No. It could be because there's like a holiday event going on, I think, that's like hot and cold or something.
It's Peach and Mewtwo's birthday.
Oh.
Get ready.
I don't know, work has been pissing me off a lot lately. And like, it's just a lot of... There's been a lot of schedule stupidity, which is like always the case, but even more lately. Like, they're super understaffed in the back because we changed our hours a while ago to like, because of the safety issues. And now they're like talking about reopening the hours, but they still haven't addressed any of the safety issues, so we're all like, but why the fuck? It's been a whole thing. But I took an extra shift to help with accessibility loans, for like our senior care homes and stuff. So like we basically just deliver them a bunch of library books as like a program for them. So I was helping pull those books. So I had absolutely zero reason to be on the floor at all that day. and I was working like 10 to 2, and around like 1:15, my boss comes up, or like not my boss technically, but my supervisor comes up to me, and she's all like, "You're supposed to be on the floor right now," and I'm like, "No, I assure you I'm not." And she's like, "Well, why didn't you check the schedule?" And I'm like, "Well, because I had no reason to." And she's like, "Well, it's always your responsibility to check the schedule." And I'm like, that's such fucking bullshit. And that was like the day after I got talked to by my actual boss about the like email thing, and I'm like, can we stop attacking me? Like, what the fuck? Oh yeah, and I was upstairs pulling books, and she tried to call me, and my phone is on silent because it's always on silent while I'm at work, and I guess my pocket picked it up or something because she said that I picked up, and she called me twice, and like, I only had 1 missed call, and I had 2 calls from them, so like, that does seem legit, but like, I didn't pick up the phone, so it must have been like my pocket that picked it up, and she's like, "You picked it up, and then you didn't answer, and then you ignored me," and I'm like, well,
continue on.
Yeah, that sounds realistic.
Like, the fuck do you, like, what? What? I'm just, like, flabbergasted, like...
What is this place?
Oh, this is...
A forest, huh?
This is actually,
That must be the
plot.
mana tree.
Oh, I think I know what's coming up soon.
We
Yes.
did it. Now all you gotta do is revive that mana sword and get out of here. This feels like I'm dreaming. Did we really do it?
I like that all I've done is run through a forest and bitch about
You made
work.
it. I'm
Well,
not
no, you also killed a bunch of dragons and shit.
True.
for that matter. What can I say? You guys would have been lost without me.
So much has happened to us in such a short time. Without you,
It's been
guys,
several
I
months.
never would have been. Thanks. There's one last job to do. If the mana tree can restore the sword, that fortress won't stand a chance.
Well, Americans think 300 years is a long time.
God. I forgot the average European is 1,000 years old.
Yes.
Fools!
Oh
Feast your
no.
eyes upon the power of the mana fortress. Fire!
Oh no, he's a fire in his laser.
Nice fade to white.
Come.
I'm sure something happened.
If you insist.
Where are we? Wait! Where's the mana tree?
It got stole.
No, I got blown the fuck up.
Thanatos gave us the slip again. And we were so close.
Stomp, stomp.
What's going to happen to the world now? Dialogue is...
You're still thinking of dialogue?
Never
Like,
not
oh no, the
thinking
world can
about
end.
dialogue.
Dialogue affected most.
I have been awaiting your arrival. It is I.
I like
The
their
mana
fucking
tree.
faces. It is
Guardian
I,
of
the mana
this
tree,
world.
facing away from the mana tree.
Do not despair. Even without physical form, I am still with you. The resurrection of the mana fortress has used up most of the world's mana. Soon all the mana
He's so
beasts in
short.
the world will be
I like the
Oh,
face.
talk
into
again.
one giant creature.
Oh no.
This great mana beast is the only one who can bring mana back to the planet.
But you have to
He
milk
actually needs to
it.
be killed. Okay.
The beast to descend into a crave.
What, do you have to climb up a ladder and then, like, jump onto the others and squeeze down?
Yes.
Cannot survive the
Are you proud of
encounter.
me for making a Fablehaven reference?
Yes, I liked that.
The way to avoid this tragedy is to first defeat the mana beast with the sword.
Why are we all so surprised? This is what we were trying to do the whole
Only
time.
those with the blood of the mana tribe in their veins can wield the mana sword.
The mana sword.
Your father, legendary Tasnican knight Saren, was to retrieve the sword, but
He got stole.
15 years ago, Darren sought to defeat the evil emperor, but he was badly wounded. With the last of his strength, he journeyed to Potos to retrieve the mana sword, but he never
The mana sword.
You mean that
Why
ghost
is this like,
falls?
you know, relaxing
That
fucking
was my
bedtime
dad.
story?
Yes, it is
Yes.
true.
Yeah.
No way!
Legendary man, and I was his wife. Your mother. We are of the Mana tribe,
My mother, the tree.
members of
Yep. This is the one story thing I knew about this game is the main character's mom is a tree.
God.
He had a great dalliance with a tree.
others, like your father, inherit the Mana sword to fight the evils that threaten peace and prosperity. You must stop the fortress. Its stores of mana are nearly gone. You could penetrate its shields.
Don't say penetrate.
Pogface continues.
With the last of my energy, I will call upon the seeds of mana to once again resonate with your sword.
What are we looking at?
I'm sorry.
they're just staring at the
The
camera.
disembodied voice.
Care for you growing up.
Care for you.
Mother! Wait, is that really you? But what happens without the mana tree?
Your mom's dead, kid.
How this guy had a kid with a tree.
I finally meet, now this?
I don't think
Talk to
that's
me.
ever explained.
Mother!
Well, was
Also,
she?
why does he have no tree quality? Like, I assume she wasn't a tree, and then like
Yeah,
her
that's the
spirit
thing,
got
is-
put into the tree, or like she became
But she
the
never
tree.
she never says like, oh, I was, you know,
But
a
yeah.
woman of the mana tribe with this name. She just says, I am the mana tree.
Yeah, she.
Like-
there's no
It's tough,
explanation.
but we're all sharing our own losses. Sis ain't got a mom. Do I?
Yeah, the no mom club.
Sorry.
You figured out the team name, finally.
I'll be okay. The Mana Tribe. I've got big shoes to fill. But I'll protect the world like my mother and father.
Now you're talking. That's why you're my #1 subordinate.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
I love
They
the
say with their
laugh
mouth
and
closed.
looking.
feels like I
Yeah.
have my own mother. She's here in my heart, just like your mother's in yours. That's the spirit. You guys ready?
Well, we're all a bunch of orphans.
1, 2, 3. All right.
Ah!
Who the fuck is calling me right now? Vermilion, Alberta. Fuck off. I don't know anybody from Alberta.
I thought the person's name was Vermilion, Alberta. I'm like, that's a hell of a name.
No, that's a place.
Is the phone like sitting on top of the microphone?
No, it's on my desk beside it, so like I guess kind of, yeah.
I like how occasionally we just get tased.
I'm so sorry. No, don't call me again. Fuck off.
So you really have a Vermilion City in Canada?
Yes, I'm on the road. Okay, actually though, what the fuck do I do now? Do I just go to the Mana Fortress? Is that
I thought that said female drum.
what?
It was flammy drum.
Oh. Where is this game log? The party moves on. So I guess yeah, we just go to the there. See, this is where like pacing for videos is gonna get a little weird now because this is the final dungeon, but like there's 20 minutes left and I'm definitely not gonna be able to finish it in 20 minutes.
You have found a UFO.
So
You know, credits. I always say credits and final bosses take longer than you'll expect. So you may as well just do 20 minutes worth of the dungeon.
fair enough.
Probably gonna be a lot of talking and cutscenes and credits and stuff at the end.
Are these duck warriors?
Yes.
But did it just shit out an exploding, like, billiard ball? What the fuck was that?
Yes.
I like it running
Captain
into
Duck.
that, you know, dome over there.
Yes. What else would it do? Useful shit? Nah.
In the final
ninja!
dungeon, I kind of expect the enemies might be like, you know, a challenge.
Nah.
I mean,
I'm
she's
okay.
over leveled.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they could at least not run into.
I mean, to be
Well.
fair, they do a lot of damage when they hit me.
Get ready.
That guy just spawned a ninja from thin air. Where do I go? Oh, probably in this door. Oh, crabs. I was not expecting crabs.
Get ready.
Oh no. Wait, I have a thing for that.
Anti-Moogle juice.
Okay, you know what? That belt.
It's more than that.
Yes.
I was trying to remember the stupid thing Randy said.
I like his stupid takes more than that.
If this last dungeon doesn't contain at least one treasure chest that has spikes in it, then I'll be disappointed.
Oh, I don't want to change to the whip. I don't like the whip. Icky.
As always, it's the most natural animation.
Yes. Wait, I thought you died. Did you? Can you? Okay.
Oh, okay.
Sure. I think those can spawn.
These flaming wizard head things look like they should be on some sort of album cover.
It's a fiend head. Sorry, I do kind of want to kill enemies here because some of them drop like very good equipment. which
Ah,
would be
yes,
helpful.
regular wolves. They go well with all of the weird fantastical shit.
You asked for it.
I'm sad that they're not heck hounds.
This has
Oh,
nothing to
and
do with
also-
anything, but I just remembered my coworker today was talking about her witchy friend,
Oh,
who is a kitchen witch, apparently.
okay.
What does that mean?
I had not heard of this term before.
When she said witchy, I assumed that meant she was into like,
Does
you
that
know,
just
some
mean she,
neo-pagan Wicca stuff.
She likes cooking, or
No, she does a lot of just, you know, basic ass witch-related things with common cooking ingredients. I don't fucking know. The only example I was given was like, apparently she has a lot of crystals that do different things. I don't know what this has to do with the kitchen, but it was brought up.
I mean, that's like a witch thing, yeah.
Yeah, and
maybe like salt crystals.
something about throwing cinnamon through a doorway on New Year's to give you good luck for the rest of the year. I don't know.
Oh my.
Yeah,
Okay, why was this coming up?
I don't know. Because she's just talking about how, like, you know, everybody thinks 13 is an unlucky number, but it's actually, like, it's always been my favorite number. But now I'm thinking 25 is actually going to be my lucky number because I don't remember what the fucking reason she gave, but it's like she gave some reason. It's like, and you know, because next year is 2025, it's going to be a big year for me. And
Oh my god.
my witch friend said she has some crystals for me.
Oh wow.
You asked for it.
I don't know. It was a weird conversation. And I say conversation, I didn't really add anything to it. I didn't know what to say.
Okay, stop getting stuck over here. Yeah, I know a few people who are really into the like witchy stuff and like the crystals, but I never.
You asked for it.
I don't care about. Like I don't. I think it's all fake.
I treat it the same as basically any religion. Where it's like,
I don't know if it's a religion so much as it is just, you know, having it strange, I guess.
Well, depends on if they're like claiming like to be Wiccan or if they're just like a witch.
I mean, I feel like, you know, by definition here, if they're believing in like, oh yeah, there's supernatural forces that you can manipulate with the power of magical spells and objects, like that's, I feel like that's a belief system that is basically religion adjacent at that point, right? Like, you
Fair
know,
enough. What is
you know,
a
it's not
religion?
generally accepted as being like, you know, it's not something that's part of normal, you know, reality that is understood by science.
Yeah.
Well, scientists have agendas.
The gay agenda. She has tacos on Tuesday. Or
They're just paying everyone to
what?
lie about the
Hey,
shape of
what?
the
What? I
Suddenly
did not.
demon.
I did not step on a. Why can't I? Oh, because you're in the middle of an attack.
There's nothing in this room except a demon.
Could it be Satan?
Fuckington's Emporium, meat.
What was the other room that had a demon in it? What was the quote for that? Oh, it was a demon. How unexpected.
Yeah, demon, how unexpected, and then, yeah, there's nothing in this box except a demon, or nothing on this shelf, I think it was.
Yeah.
You found the green orb. The green orb didn't like you, so it killed you.
Die, perhaps?
Die. Or else you will die.
Okay, sorry. That's kind of the worst thing I could be doing right now. Oh wait, what the fuck? Wait.
Of course.
I could have walked this whole time?
Apparently.
Okay, well, forgive me for assuming the void was not floor. Good God.
Get ready. Put your 3D glasses on.
Lucid beam.
I like how there's no joke there. It's just there's a pause.
We have laughed at stupider, less joke-like things.
Yeah.
Sometimes inflection is the funniest part of a thing. Sometimes it's the only funny part.
I don't know why I remembered this just now, but we got an online order today from somebody who listed their name as Triple D Draco D.
Oh.
Did a Dracod. That's how I pronounced it.
Well, no, it was the word triple, then the letter D, then Draco,
Yeah.
then D.
Well, I still would have turned it into did a Dracod.
Okay, so am I free to continue now that I've fought a vampire?
A wolf.
Don't woof.
It's too late.
Did this person look like an aspiring hip-hop artist, or or just like a poser?
Royal J.
Well, I think it was like a DoorDash, so we didn't actually get to see what they looked like.
Oh, I fucked up. No. No. Crab.
You asked for it.
I like the occasional crab.
Yeah, they're just...
They're not
scattered
a
crab.
very thematic enemy.
I mean, what is the theme here? Blob things? There's blob things, wolves, crabs, weird flaming demon heads.
Miscellaneous. Hey, you don't get to just do that. I mean, I guess you do, because you did, but not anymore, because you're dead. Wow. Oh, and ninjas. Can't forget the ninjas.
Oh, of course.
Ninja?
Kidnapping.
Present. We have 2 different ninja jokes.
I know.
Yep.
I'll always respond with kidnapping.
You asked for it.
No, not back. Ow. Now I have to fight the ninja again.
Present.
Get ready. Get ready.
Come on, spikes.
Come on, get the fuck out of my way.
Oh, wait, that's a mimic.
Get
Is
ready. Dodge this.
It was chocolate.
Chocolate won't fit.
Got vampire cape. Yes.
Wow.
That is one of the things that I wanted.
I'm prepared for it to not change your character model at all.
Well, I don't think it does. This isn't actually as much better than I thought it would be. It's only +3. But it's 3 plus more than 3. Huh. Shush. Those were the right words.
If you say so.
I never claimed to be good at math. In fact, I have, like, boldly claimed the opposite. Oh, I'm a Moogle. Can we not be a Moogle?
No.
Stop being a centipede.
I kind of like centipedes, unfortunately.
You shouldn't. They're bad.
No, wait, this takes me to... No, what? Hold on. I think I just want to go here. I don't actually know where I want to go. I'm on fire. Why did the wolf set me on fire? How can a wolf... How can one wolf be so flammable?
Why did you set me on fire, SpongeBob?
I bought dice from a dice place.
Oh, hello.
And they have they're like, they look like a little snow landscape, and they have penguins, like little plastic penguins in them. They're really cute. And I bought them for a Christmas present, but I really want to just keep them.
I like how long the enemies stay on the floor. Like, you really should be able to run up and just, like, you know, finish them up.
I agree with you. It is my biggest complaint of this game, is that the fucking enemies have such long animations for their deaths.
And was it always like that, or was the original faster about it?
It was always like that. That is one thing they stayed faithful to. Isn't that lovely?
No way!
Oh.
I'm hoping we get one more takes more than that for the road.
I'm sure we will. I'm sorry, I wasn't standing enough on the square. No. None of that. Oh, a slowly encroaching caterpillar.
You asked for it.
Dangerous. Am I going in circles? I literally cannot tell.
I don't know.
Everything looks the goddamn same. No, I haven't been here.
Dodge this.
I don't remember the jellyfish.
Dodge
fucker.
this.
Turtlance.
Get ready.
What
It's
do
a
you
good
mean?
name.
Oh.
I suppose the jellyfish fits with the other blob enemies.
I suppose a PO box could, in theory, break the chain.
Oh!
Yes.
Oh,
okay.
I don't like it. No. I'm scared. It hatched a bird.
Where the hell is all this shit coming from?
Help me.
Come on, Randy, is that all it takes to take you down?
I like you trying to. Oh. I even let that hit me. Come on.
You don't have to do that.
He's adamant to not say it. He just wants to grunt. Oh, oh god. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well,
Sure.
blobs.
The collector's edition.
Didn't realize it was an odd numbered day at the impact site.
Dodge this.
Shade.
of course they do. It's episode 11.
I'm gonna be pissed off if I got that wrong. I need to check now.
Get ready.
Did it say that it's weak
Okay, yeah, it is.
Shade and then Shade did 1 damage?
I was gonna say, I remember the Mamuta is from day 8, so that one must be the even numbers.
Shane, need your help.
Remember how they brought back like a variant of this in Pikmin 4?
Yes.
Dodge this. Get ready.
Also, we are coming up to an hour. We're not quite at an hour, but this is a boss battle, which might be at least
Yeah.
some semblance of a good
You asked for it.
segment break.
Mm-hmm.
Also, my commentary is developed to that, so.
Yes.
Let's
stop.
do this. Get ready.
I might not actually stop. I'm only stopping because the music isn't doing that anymore.
You asked for it. Let's do this. Dark force.
Oh my
You
god.
asked for it.
Hello. Why is it getting so big? This is making me uncomfortable.
You asked for it.
This is very interesting, boss, or at least unique.
Oh, it's dead.
Oh my god.
Okay then.
Fantastic.
That was eliminating. Merge? No. No.
Always
Well,
merge.
they're gonna do it.
So did that get you progress, or was that just like an optional boss?
I'm pretty sure bosses are always progress. That's how I know that I'm going in the right direction.
Okay.
Okay. I guess we will stop this segment here, and we'll see you next time, which will be in like a minute, assuming we're doing 2.
Alright.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Bye.